Hi, my name's Ari and welcome to my very first knitting podcast. I don't even have like an intro or anything yet, but I've been obsessed with watching these and I just got into knitting very recently, so I want to try it myself. I guess we'll start with what I'm wearing. This is the Cumulus blouse. I literally just finished it this morning, probably like an hour ago. I used the Zakami Cashmere DK. This is 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. It's a fingering weight yarn. This is 100 grams in the color Femme Fatale. And then I held it with the Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair in Ballerina. It's not itchy at all. I love it so much. This is definitely a great beginner pattern if you are also a beginner knitter or are looking to get into it. I love petite knits patterns. I think they're all so cute and just like simple, so they fit really well into like an everyday wear. First things first, we're gonna go over finished objects. I only have two, including this one. Obviously you can see her. I literally haven't even blocked it yet, so the edges are still a little bit rolled, but I'm not too worried about it. The other finished object I have is the Tip Top tank. I'll put the pattern up here on the screen, but basically it's just simple like stockinette. It's got little pearl details along the edges and along the sides here, and then it has little bow ties and a little split hem. It's worked bottom up, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love, and I used Same Amano for this one. I can't remember the color name, but if I can find it, I'll put it up here because it was really hard to guess on length. If I made it again, I would definitely make it shorter because I myself am a short person. I have a really short torso. So for the average person, I'm sure the length is a perfect crop, but it's a little bit long on me, so it makes it a little awkward. But I still love it and I've already worn it several times. I'd say this probably took me about a week and a half to knit here and there. I didn't work on it a ton every single day. This one I'd say about the same. It's very simple stockinette. I learned how to do I-cord edging. I learned how to pick up for sleeves. I learned how to separate for the sleeves. I just love it and it's so cute. It's so fun. Now we're gonna go through my whips, which I only have one because this was my main project for the last like 2-ish weeks. Here's my whip. I'm currently doing the free pattern for fingerless mittens from Hyris Makes. I think that's how you say it. Again, put it here. I'm using Emma's yarn. I think this is the Super Silky, and then Emma's yarn Splendid Singles in the color Ice Ice Baby. This is literally my favorite color ever. I got these my very first time ever going to a yarn store, and so I kind of like didn't really know what I was doing, and I was just picking up singles of things rather than getting like quantities that I would need for a specific project because I was so infatuated. So I'm just dropping things everywhere. So I had two of these, which are 50 grams, and then one of these, which is 100 grams. They're slightly different. This is a single ply, and then this is, I'm pretty sure it's a 2-ply. But I needed a project where I could hold them double, and the free fingerless mittens uses DK weight. So I thought it was perfect, and I have just the right amount to make the 2 mittens. And it's wintertime, so why not? I just wanted to use it up because I love this color. Now the most exciting part, we're gonna get into my queue and some new acquisitions that I have. For Black Friday, I made a huge order from Wool & Co, which they actually did not end up having sales, but I was just like, why not? In the spirit of shopping. And then I made an order on Webs for their Black Friday and an order from Rito, and then I have an order from Amazon that's not here yet, but I'll just put pictures up. Okay, we're gonna start with Rito. I haven't even opened it yet. It came yesterday. I got a bunch of Drops Snow for the Sailor slippers. Okay, so I have 2 of the Drop Snow in this dark blue. This is color 100. It doesn't say the actual color name, but these are both, all of these are 100% wool, non-superwash. So that means they're gonna felt when you put them in the washing machine. So I'm really excited to try felting. And then I have 2 in a slightly lighter color. You can see when I put them together. It's not a huge difference, just a little bit. And this is Drop Snow in the color 5. Then they were sold out of the light blue that I wanted. So I have 2 in Infinity Heart Snowdrop, which is the same makeup, just a different brand. Hopefully I have enough because I thought that this like was Drop Snow when I ordered it, and this is not. And then I have one of just the color number 1. It's like a undyed wool color. So yeah, I'm really excited to make the sailor slippers. I'll put the pattern here. They're gonna be so cute. I hope that I can knit them up pretty quickly. This will probably be my next project that I start on because I want to finish them before Christmas. I'll wait to do the other things in my queue after these are done. It also came with some little candies. The next acquisitions are from my local yarn store. I picked them up on Sunday when I went to Sip and Stitch. This is Rowan Angora Haze, and then Knitting for Olive Merino, and this is like the thinner weight, fingering weight. The Knitting for Olive is in the shade Cream, 100% extra fine merino, I believe, non-superwash. And then this Angora Haze is discontinued, so that's why I was like, I need that. I need it right now. And there was only 3 left. I picked up 2. I'm gonna hold them together to make the Pearl Soho classic ribbed hat. It's a free pattern, and there's not much more that I can make with just 2 or 3. But I'm going to Alaska next summer. It's gonna be cold. We're going on a cruise. So I thought, why not make a fluffy white hat to wear in Alaska? I'll match the icebergs. But this is quite literally the softest thing I've ever felt. Even softer than this cashmere, which I love. And I thought it was going to be so expensive because it's Angora, but it was only like $11. It's 69% Angora, 20% polyamide, and 11% wool. So yeah, I'm really excited to use this, and I've never made a hat before. So I think it would be fun to try something new, just like the mittens. The next thing I have is for another Cumulus blouse, though I may switch that up as long as I have enough. It was just the first pattern that came to mind because I wanted to make something similar to this again. So I have the Isager Alpaca 3. I honestly wish I got the baby alpaca version of this, but I didn't even think to look for it on the website. I just knew that I wanted alpaca, and this was kind of like one of the first ones that popped up. I couldn't really find anything baby alpaca, so they might not have even had it. This is 50% alpaca and 50% wool. I have 6 of these 50-gram balls, and I'm pretty sure that this is a DK weight or maybe a worsted weight. There's not a lot of information on this. And then I have 3 of the La Bien-Aimée confetti cake. This is like their Surrey silk. It's Kumo. That's like the name of the product. But it's 74% baby Surrey and 26% mulberry silk. And it's just this like gorgeous, it's like a white cream to match this, but with like little dabbles of confetti and sprinkles. Like, I just love the idea, and I had a vision, and this matches it perfectly. Not to mention, it is so soft, way softer than any mohair I've ever touched. Even the Knitting for Olive, like, Surrey silk is where it's at if you have sensitive skin. And then also from Wool & Co, I just picked up some cable needles. I really want to make the Salty Days sweater. I love the way it looks. It's so like beachy but also cozy for winter, so it's very versatile. And I don't know if I can do it because it has cables. I've never done cables before. I don't understand how to read charts, but I got some to maybe try out a project with cables first, and then I can make that because I also know it's going to be a pricey sweater quantity. Then I have 3 balls of the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the shade Lemon Curd. I love the Pure Silk. It is so soft and just like, it's silky. Like, I love it. 100% Borat silk, and the shade is just beautiful. It's very summery. If I was tan, it would look a lot better, but I'm definitely pale in the middle of winter right now. But anyways, with this, I'm gonna make the Cumulus top. It's just like a little V-neck, basic tank top, good for layering, perfect for the summertime. So I thought it would be fun in this bright yellow color. There is going to be a lot of petite knit patterns in here, but I'm definitely trying to branch out. It's just hard to find the good designers when you are first coming into the knitting community. None of this is also in any particular order. I'm kind of just bouncing around with whatever I grab. Next, I have 7 of each color in the Valley Hamptons from Webb's. 50% baby alpaca, 30% fine merino wool, and 15% mulberry silk. So soft. I'm gonna make the Olga sweater with this. I am so excited. I love stripes. I don't know what it is, but I'm obsessed with stripes. I think they're so cute. And I'm pretty sure that sweater has German short rows, and I really want to practice them because everyone says they're so hard, but I've watched videos and they don't seem that tricky, so I want to try it out. I just think this will be like a super good like neutral basic sweater, but with a little twist because it has stripes. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. This will be another cast on after I finish the sailor slippers and the mittens. And then also from Webs, I got the Knit Picks Zing 9-inch circulars. I believe the tips are 2 inches. Not sure how long this part is, but altogether it's 9 inches. I got 3 sizes, a 4.5, a 4, and a 3.5 millimeter. Those are just the most common sizes I'm using right now. They're also even a little too long for the mittens I am making. So hopefully I can figure that out and not have to use DPNs or Magic Loop, because the idea of that on the go is so stressful. And then I think this is my last yarn acquisition. This is the Barocco Modern Cotton in the worsted weight, not the DK, though I do have some of that in my stash, in this gorgeous bright blue color. I am so obsessed. It doesn't say the color name, but the number is 1648. I am obsessed with this. It's so electric. And with this, I want to make another petite knit pattern. It's the Sevilla blouse. I just think it's so cute and like drapey. I think it will be perfect with this for summer. This is 60% cotton and 40% modal rayon or viscose. It'll be super drapey and just like airy. And I saw someone who made this on TikTok with this particular yarn, and I was like, I need it. I need it. She said it didn't exactly meet gauge, but I'll have to try and swatch. I've never made a swatch before. I didn't make a swatch for either of the things that I've made so far, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm really excited. This is what led me to make all those purchases of all this yarn. I forgot, I actually have one more. It's hiding in this giant Wool & Co bag. I got 4 balls of the Lang Cloud. I don't know exactly which pattern I'm gonna make with this yet. I can't decide on a style. My choices are the Cloud sweater, the Glow Crew sweater, or the Slow Morning sweater. If anybody has opinions or wants to take a vote, please let me know, because I have no idea. I can't decide, but I've been dying to get my hands on some of this. It's just so pretty. It was either this or the blue one, but this is giving sunset. And I love that. Plus, I have a lot of blue yarn, so I was thinking, let me branch out to my other favorite colors. Oh, and from Amazon, I got some Knit Pick shorties. I'll put a picture here. They're not here yet, but I'm really excited to use them because right now I'm using those 9-inch ones, and they're a little tricky because I only have 3 sizes. Now we're gonna do patterns and yarn that's in my queue, but not new acquisitions. Guess what? It's another Cumulus blouse. This is the Surrey alpaca from ZZ Textiles. My local yarn store had like a pop-up trunk show with her yarn, and it was either this or the Yak Silk DK, and I am obsessed with this, and it's so fluffy and soft. It is much more neutral than I would normally wear, but I thought maybe I'll branch out. It's kind of purpley. And I knew that it was either I get a quantity of this or I get a quantity of the Yak. And this was the only color out of any of the yarns that they had enough for like my sweater quantity. I got 2 of each of 2 different colors. So one color is Eurydium and one color is Broom. But they look so similar that I'm just going to pair one of each together as I'm working. And I think it'll be fine. It's 75% baby cereal alpaca and 25% silk. So yeah, that's also in the queue. I just love the V-neck, and it's so like casual on the Cumulus blouse. I'm a stan. What can I say? Okay, here's another one that I'm so excited for. Obviously, you can tell that I love color. This is the Emma's Yarn Simply Spectacular DK in Lemongrass. 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. These are so soft and they have such great colors. I love them. This one is the Emma's Yarn Drapey DK in Oops, I Did It Again, and this is 70% superwash merino, 30% silk. This is my favorite line that they have. Drapey DK is just so soft, and I love a drapey project, so this is perfect. I think DK weight is probably my favorite to work with. I'm not a fan of knitting with super thin yarn. I do love to crochet with super thin yarn though. Then this one was falling apart on me a little bit, but it's the Spin Cycle 100% American wool superwash in Snow Cone. This is a sport weight. With these, I want to either make the Stripe Pipe Sweater by Kurovikika, I think that's how you say it, or the Sequence Sweater, which I believe is by Petite Knit, but I will put all the information on the side. And I'm just obsessed with these colors, and I think these in like big stripes or like a blocky sweater would be super cool, perfect for summer. I'm a little nervous because these are DK and this one is sport, but I feel like I can make it work. I don't need the sweater to be perfect. I just want to have all the colors. I have 2 of each of the DKs, and then I have 3 of these because it's a little bit less weight. I make it the Stripe Pipe Sweater. I'm not sure what other color I'll pair it with. I'm kind of thinking something that's like a coral, kind of like this color, but I'm using this for another project, so I can't use it for this one. So yeah, very excited about these. And then these are the Juniper Moon Farms Neve. I don't really know how you say it or how to pronounce it, but it's pure Peruvian Pima cotton, super soft. It's got like a chainette construction, and it's such a pretty coral color. I love it. And this one I'm gonna make the Sugar Boo bralette. It's very stretchy and soft, and I think it will be perfect for like a summer top. And I think it'll just be easy. I'm pretty sure this one has Dorman shirt rows in it, so it's gonna give me like the tiniest bit of a challenge, but otherwise be super simple to complete and fast, which is always great to have some instant gratification. Okay, next is Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the color Poppy Blue to make the Michaela sweater, which has like a super loose open gauge. So I have 4 balls of this. I really just wanted like a quick, plain, loose, drapey sweater, and I thought this was perfect together. So yeah, not too much to say about that one. And then I have 4 balls of this Juniper Moon Farms Zooey in the shade Cyan, color 71. And I want to make the Cancun boxy lace top. It's a free pattern. And I just think, again, so fun for summer. This is a cotton and linen blend. 60% cotton, 40% linen. Perfect for summer. And I have so much of this color, and I have no idea what to make with it. I was going to make like an open lacy sweater with crochet, but I just want to try and knit with it. I can always get more. And then I want to try and make camisole number 4 from My Favorite Things Knitwear. I already tried to cast this on with the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, which is literally what it calls for. This is the color Pink Daisies. Of course I did not gauge swatch because I don't follow the rules, but I was literally like on row 10 maybe, and it just looked terrible. It was so loose, like you couldn't even tell where the stitches were. And I was like, this is not gonna turn out right. I haven't tried to cast on again because I was working on finishing this. So I'm gonna try again with a smaller needle size. If it's still not working, then I will do a gauge swatch. If the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk doesn't work out, which it should because that's what the pattern uses, I'm gonna use this Finesse Cotton Silk DK. It's super, super soft. 77% cotton and 23% silk. This is just the color white, and I love it. It's so soft. I think it would also be super cute in this pattern because it's like a 2x2, no, not 2x2, something by something rib, and I just think it would look adorable. Last pattern on my queue is the 6-in-1 top. I'm gonna make the cap sleeve version. It comes in like a tank top, long sleeve, cap sleeve. There's a whole bunch of different versions. The price tag kind of covers up the label, but I'm gonna use the Circulo Aloe Vera in the color navy. I'm pretty sure this is worsted weight. It's so silky soft, and I think it would be great for a summer top because it's so like cooling, if that makes sense. And then I do need a recommendation. Originally I had 4 of these, and I was gonna mix it with a pink color of the Emma's Drapey DK. This is the Rowan Kid Silk Haze in the color Watermelon. I believe the number is 711, but it just wasn't working out, and I couldn't frog what I had, so I only have like 3 1/4 balls now of this, and I don't want to mix it with that anymore because I don't have enough for a sweater quantity anymore, and I cannot afford more. This stuff is so expensive. So if anybody has any ideas for what I can make with 3 balls of mohair by itself, let me know because I am clueless. I was thinking something like this, but I haven't even actually like fully looked into it because I have so many other projects that I want to work on. But if anybody has any ideas, I'd be happy to look at them. Anyways, that was so fun, I can't wait to do this again. On Friday, I'm going to Orlando and I'm going to do like a mini yarn crawl, and I'm going to try and vlog that. So keep an eye out for that video. If anybody has any recommendations for me or anything, let me know in the comments. That's it. Love you guys. Bye.